had to completely change their style for Erling Haaland.
But then they have to do the same for Kane.
No, they wouldn't. Absolutely not.
Why? Yeah, but why would they want Kane?
What?
Kane wouldn't be dropping deep like he does at Spurs. He'd be in the box constantly, just like
He
Haaland.
could drop deep.
Do you think, who would you take then, Foden or Son? And I'm not going on this season's performance.
Currently, so if you ask me right now, are you saying, Lewis, that if City came in and said we'll do a swap deal, Foden for Son, is that what you're asking?
No, I'm saying, do you think Son don't get in that City team over Foden? Forget Foden. Forget.
If Pep Guardiola had Son at Man City right now, he would be starting.
No, I don't think he would. I don't think Pep would like Son. He doesn't. Son's not Son's strange, isn't he? He's not a. He's not a give and go sort of player. I don't think Son sometimes.
I also think that Romero gets into City's team.
I think
because he's a ball player. He's a ball player.
What I don't understand though is why are you guys so insistent on Haaland getting in over Kane if you've all agreed that Haaland has made City worse? Because realistically, he scored goals, yes, but they're worse off this season. They didn't need an out-and-out goal scorer. Could you imagine if Kane was playing in that team the way they were playing last season? Yes, Haaland scored goals because he's an elite finisher. He has an elite level of movement. He's always in the right place. But at the end of the day, they would play much better football with Harry Kane in their team.
Is that your old woman talking?
Yeah.
Matthew, but Haaland's got lovely blonde, long hair.
He did Haaland did do the GQ.
He flows.
But on Matt's point there, saying about City being worse with Haaland, or has other players dropped? No, you look at Son.
They've been worse under Haaland.
Yeah,
they've had to completely change their style for Erling Haaland.
But then they have to do the same for Kane.
No, they wouldn't. Absolutely not.
Why? Yeah, but why would they want Kane? What? Kane wouldn't be dropping deep like he does at Spurs. He'd be in the box constantly, just like Haaland.
He could drop deep.
But then that's why you have De Bruyne in that. So you take
De Bruyne can also make those runs into the box like a Son or Kulusevski have done.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he really hasn't, though, hasn't he? If you watch at the moment, he's playing from the mid.
Yeah, because no one would be playing him in if he was making those runs.
Anyway, City a different gravy anyway.
We had attacking midfielders under Mourinho when Harry Kane was dropping deep.
Who was the attacking midfielders?
He played in Ndombele. He played Lascelles. I'm not saying they were good at attacking.
No,
but they were attacking midfielders. So it goes to the point. And
Ndombele, they ain't any good.
Doesn't matter. They were attacking midfielders. That's the point we're on. We're talking about Kane wouldn't drop deep and the team with an attacking midfielder in it. He did it under Mourinho.
Drop deep with someone as class as De Bruyne, but he would drop deep when we've got someone like Ndombele behind him. Useless. Walks around. Or Dele Alli, useless, that walks around. Of course you need to drop back because they need help.
Does Haaland get a golden boot and top assist award in a Mourinho Tottenham side? Do any of you actually think he gets
doesn't get in any Tottenham side?
So realistically, Kane is a much better footballer than Haaland.
Yeah.
The one thing Haaland is better at is movement. I think Haaland's much better at making being in the right place at the right time because he's a target man. But at the end of the day,
he's a fox in a box as well, isn't he?
Haaland outside of the box, anywhere outside of the box is null and void, ineffective. And realistically, City are worse off points-wise this season at the same stage.
Did you watch Haaland at Dortmund?
Yeah, at Dortmund. But now that he's come to City, no, don't get me wrong. At Dortmund,
so you can't say he's null and void outside the box if you see what he's done at Dortmund.
He is at City though.
He hasn't done it at City.
But that's beyond the point. You can't say he's none and void. That's like saying Son is none and void then because what he's done this season.
No, because Son has done it in the Premier League and he's not doing it in the Premier League this year. Haaland has done it in the German
Haaland
League.
is doing it this year in the Premier League.
Not
doing what?
Not as a playmaker.
He's the top goal scorer in the league.
But you're talking about playmaking.
He's going to smash Salah's record and Henry's record of 30-odd goals in a season. So you can't tell me he's not doing it in the league. He's doing it in the Premier League. Does that not prove him as a Premier League striker if he goes and beats Salah's record?
I mean, are we sure he's going to smash the record? He hasn't scored in
he's scored over 20 goals this season.
I think he's had 2 blanks.
20
so
goals this season. Yeah,
he's had 2 blanks in the last 2 games. He's been shocking.
2 games he's been shocking. What?
Well, until he plays us tomorrow, he'll score that trick.
Yeah.
Kane was shocking in the Champions League final, but guess what? Hey ho, Kane was shocking against Liverpool in the League Cup final, or City in the League Cup final. But guess what? Hey ho.
I don't know.
Haaland's played in is only the Community Shield, but he was shocking in that.
Exactly.
But the thing is, I'll ask a question then. How do you know that Kane doesn't go to City, yeah, right? And do what Grealish does? Grealish was hyped up at Villa, gone to City, and he's been beyond mid. Because the situation, the formations, the way that they do things doesn't work. How do you not know that the reason Kane is the way he is because he's at Spurs and it's always worked for him because he's had that bit of comfort knowing that this is who he plays with, everything like that. You put him with other players, he might not work well with them. Personally, that could happen. We're all talking hypotheticals here because no one knows unless it happened what would actually happen.
Yeah. It's the old, big fish in a little pond syndrome, isn't it?
Well, Harry Kane.
Grealish at Villa was awesome.
Harry Kane and Christian Romero are my 2 players that get into Man City's team. Based on form, Son doesn't. But I do personally think the question from Lewis that if Son was at City right now, he would be starting. But Harry Kane and Romero start for me in the City team.
Who does Romero start for in the City team over?